Get on the shit!
Right. The peripherals look like they're going to stay behind, hopefully, as they should. I'll take the screw out of here first, and then there's two outer edge screws. There doesn't seem to be any other screws on this case, so it's definitely this off, there's probably one or two in there, and I'm expecting to find the memory in there actually. So if they had any sense, the battery backup would be good. So back in a moment. Right, so we've got the plate off, and I was expecting to find some sort of memory. I wasn't expecting to find this much hardware. So I'm wondering whether see if they come off the machine. If not, we'll remove them. I suppose it's not going to make any difference to them actually. They're not going to spring off or anything, so already locked in place. We'll just whip those out. Oh, thank you. There we go. So that's off. There we go. So now we'll take out these corners. I'll just pause while I do these three. Right, well, when I went to have a quick look for these memory chips, I found this green like panel tool. So I've just literally, because I'm doing these screws, I was getting some creaking. It was all these pegs popping, so I've just run this along them to pop them all. So now we'll be able to take the back off properly. So yeah, as I was turning each screw, it was click, 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 click. So I had to crack the seal. I think it's fine. I go inside my own computer. See, that was clicking still. There we go. Set power in. Now it's all or nothing now. Once you're in, you're in. Oh shit, I broke my tool. Handy. There we go. So that'll probably have to be, no, it should go back together. So we'll put that to one side. And now we have lots of panels. I wasn't expecting all of that. Right, so we were hoping to find a battery backup. Ah, not seen that before. So if this was on there like that, is that switch pressed down when this is on? There's a switch here. I don't think it actually presses anything. Well, it's obviously it goes to something, but I don't know. It's not activated by this back being on or not. Oh. See what we got. Right, where's my big light lens? The down the shed computer is going to get put back together after it's had a quick little dust. I think I've got my Hoover up here somewhere. Don't know. Wonder that is. I do like taking things apart. It's something I've done since I was about flipping 10 years old. Love taking things apart. Better plug this hard drive back in, I guess. There we go. So let's hope she reboots. May as well put the back on. Actually, let's check the reboot. No, let's get it back on. So yeah, that's it basically. Okay, so having forgot the primary reason for opening this machine, and that's the memory chip. I'll put it back in the other slot. It still works normally. There she is. I've just found it. The battery backup. So that looks like a CR 2032. So we'll whip that out. Better look, but it's been a right pain in the arse to get out. Right, I've had to slide the top cover off to get to it. But there it is. Okay, so we push this little tab here. The battery flicks up, which is easier said than done whilst holding the camera in the other hand. So now we can just pop this out. There we go. So it looks like a 2032. So we'll put a new one back in, pop it all back together, and hopefully it will start remembering the time. Right, so we've got a brand new 2032 pound shot pack battery fitted. So now we'll just slide the case back on, and this is going to be fun because it was a pig to get out, and I'm trying to do it one-handed. So this, might have just bent somewhat. This has got to go in here somehow. There we go. Okay, how's that? Is that in? Oh, I've got to get this corner in here somehow. I should have just slid it and left it. And I'm really going to have fun playing with this. So I'll pause. Right, with much funness, I've managed to line it all up and figure out where it's going and slot it in. So I'll just button this back up and we'll fire it up again. And yes, this time I remembered to put the dust cover back on for the main board. Desktop is back together. It's not fired up, but it is working. I've contacted a friend of mine about a memory card because the ones that I've got here somewhere that I need to find, and he's asked me, has that got laptop memory in it? Now, looking at the size of the PC, bearing in mind that it's not that big, it makes perfect sense that the board inside that computer is actually a laptop board. So that is basically an all-in-one laptop computer designed for desktop use. So I'm going to steal one of the memory chips out of this computer, which is pretty crap but is usable, and try it in there until I get one to put back in here. Okay, so I've stolen the... Well, actually, if I leave the 4 gig in here and take the 2 gig, I'll have 4 gig in there. My friend's going to get me a 4 gig card. So that will double the speed of that for now. Or should I just put... If I leave the 2 2s in here and stick a 4 in there for now, I can upgrade that and have 6 in both at a later stage. So the PC's all back together. It's could have been better. I did put a couple of scratches on the screen where I wasn't quite so careful with it. It's running the internet and the editing software, especially the internet, so much quicker. It's unbelievable. I'll just click through a couple of pages. We shut this down. Shut this down. We'll open up the internet, which is there already, and bang good. Over to Ali. icstation, which will have a link to their main page, well, this home page. That's affiliated, so if you buy anything through that link, I get pennies. But yeah, it just runs some of the wifey's housey buying websites, so it just runs that much smoother than it did before. Right, so like the video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Do the shit!